While Georgie and Mandy's first marriage episode 16 helped justify the young Sheldon couple's eventual breakup, the outing also proved that their story from The Big Bang Theory could be more complicated than it appeared. The very title of Georgie and Mandy's first marriage hints at the show's central conflict, but it can be easy to forget the stakes of the series amid all the drama in the McAllister family home. In young Sheldon's finale, Mandy and Georgie were happily married and raising their first child together. In The Big Bang Theory Season 11, Episode 23, The Sibling Realignment, George's older self mentioned his ex-wife in passing. This inconvenient bit of franchise lore means that, at some point in the future, Georgie and Mandy's marriage has to end. The couple might reconcile, but, by the time Sheldon reconnects with his older brother later in life, Georgie is canonically confirmed to have an ex-wife. So far, Georgie and Mandy's first marriage proved Dale and Meemaw's relationship was worse than it seemed in young Sheldon, but the spin-off hasn't ruined Georgie and Mandy's union. First Marriage Episode 16 sees Georgie and Mandy consider having more children. The couple fought over George's suggestion of a second child. To be fair to Georgie and Mandy's first marriage Season 1, the show has hinted at some potential sore spots that could become sites of conflict later in the couple's marriage. Mandy has pretty openly resented relying on Georgie and her family for financial support, while George's ambitious plans for her father Jim's tire store often clash with Jim's more conservative approach to business. Neither of these problems would necessarily lead to a full-blown divorce, but both prove that the title characters have their flaws and issues already. Similarly, Mandy's involvement in Meemaw's illegal sportsbook gambling scheme proves that she could have a run-in with the law. Since George advised her against partaking in the scheme, this could cause a major fight between the pair. After all, Mandy's potential arrest would leave their daughter, Cece, without a caretaker as Georgie is often working. However, Episode 16, Baby Fight, offered the most obvious explanation for Georgie and Mandy's breakup yet, and it is a rare issue that can cause divorce even in otherwise healthy marriages. Georgie suggested that he and Mandy should have another child soon in Baby Fight, and Mandy disagreed completely. Mandy wanted to focus on getting back to her career while Georgie wanted to expand their family, proving that the pair don't necessarily share a common vision for their future. Even among healthy couples with good communication habits, the choice of whether to have more children is a massive existential and ethical quandary that can leave people highly divided. A second child would make Georgie and Mandy's breakup more heartbreaking. First Marriage has already acknowledged the couple's eventual divorce. The reality of Georgie and Mandy's unavoidable breakup is right in the title of Georgie and Mandy's first marriage, but Baby Fight offers one of the first clear looks at what could become the specific contours of their separation. On the one hand, the prospect of the pair having a second child makes the possibility of divorce seem further away than ever. On the other hand, Mandy's complete disagreement with George's future plans proves that, for all of their progress, the couple want fundamentally different things from their union. While Missy's breakup and pregnancies received some screen time in the show's later seasons, The Big Bang Theory never mentioned how many children Georgie has. As such, it is tough to guess where this story is going. Mandy's sweet relationship with Connor proves Georgie and Mandy's first marriage's characters are unpredictable, and either Georgie or Mandy could backtrack on their initial thoughts about another child before long. Since The Big Bang Theory didn't specify the size of George's family or the timing of his separation, this twist is all but impossible to predict. What The Big Bang Theory revealed about Georgie and Mandy's future. The original series didn't mention the couple's children. Sheldon never mentioned anything about George's children, while he did reference his twin sister Missy's kids. However, George's older incarnation from The Big Bang Theory was also comparatively laid back, and the fact that he didn't even mention Cece suggests that he may not have any strong relationship with her. As Georgie and Mandy's first marriage's repeated tire store plots come up again and again, it is hard not to think that a fight over Jim's business is what eventually leads to the couple's divorce. However, this could be a red herring. Georgie and Mandy's marriage might end thanks to their disagreement over having more children, but it could take months or even years of the pair fighting over this topic before they decide they are incompatible. Georgie and Mandy's first marriage episode 16 doesn't make it any easier to guess, but it does give the young Sheldon couple one more major bone of contention between them long before The Big Bang Theory confirmed their breakup.